Evening all.
Hello there. Can you see us?
Yeah, I bet you can.
Can't see on here. So if you can see us, then
I don't know.
Is anyone there to let us know if you can see us? That would be good. Lovely to see everyone in the.
Oh my
what's
God.
going on here? We haven't. I can't see ourselves. So it looks like I can see you. Cruising for One says I can see you. Brilliant. We just like to check before we start yarping on about stuff.
Kevin, can see us as well.
Yeah, brilliant. So thanks so much for joining us again for our live stream. We've obviously back from Queen Mary 2, so we wanted to talk to you about that and any other cruising questions that you have. But also we've got a very exciting bucket list announcement. But we'll save that for a little bit and get straight into the questions. So it's lovely to see so many of you here already. Hi to Sean, who was here at 6 o'clock and put up to, quite rightly, right at the start of the feed, he said, if you've got a question for us, please put it in capitals because the feed sometimes goes so fast, it's really hard to follow. So thanks, Sean, for reminding everyone to do that.
And Sean, I'd just like to point out, you got here about 54 minutes before I did.
But that's lovely. Sean's always very, very helpful. So thanks for that. Also, Ken's joined us. Ken's joined the moderating team. So he said, I hope we don't let you down. Don't be silly. It's very simple. Just if we get any bizarre people come in that try to sell things that we don't want to have, then that's what you have to deal with.
I'm going to say, if Ken's trying to keep out bizarre people, there ain't going to be many people watching this.
Also, Travels with Lizzie Lou's here. So it's great to see so many people. Kevin's here. And our friend Vic is here as well. So that's lovely. And yes, Kenga Cruising does do fab videos too. So there's lots of great bloggers here already. So excellent. So let's just scroll on down here and see. We've got Gainers in the house as well. So brilliant.
The mother of the most famous blogger on the planet.
Yes, Emma. So that's great. And also Cruising for One. So lovely to see you all there. So there's a question popped up already which is always one that we think, oh, this is such a difficult one to answer. Andrew is asked us what our favourite cruise line and ship is. And it's really, really difficult to say.
To quote another famous blogger on the planet, Gary Bembridge, he always says, the next one I go on.
Yes, and that's a good answer. But I'm sure that's
I don't know what the next one is, but it's the next one I go on.
Well, you do.
Oh, I do.
You do.
I know.
So for me,
I just played them. I know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, for the cruise line at the moment, there's really there's two that I keep going back and looking for future cruises. There's two cruise lines, and for me, it's Cunard and Celebrity. They're the two that are sort of at the top of my list because we've had some really good experiences with them recently, haven't we?
Yes, we have. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know about you.
Yes, we have, definitely.
Is there another?
No, I thought Celebrity Beyond, which was our first celebrity experience, was absolutely spectacular. Couldn't fault it in any way, shape, or form. Loving Cunard.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got more Cunard coming up, but what we've done so far, I've been very, very pleased with, apart from a couple of things which may well come up in this chat.
Yes. Ship-wise, I think the one that's blown us away is Celebrity Beyond. If you've ever tried an Edge class ship, they are just so unique and different, and in a modern and a very fun way, aren't they? But on the flip side of that, the reason we keep going back to Cunard is because of the tradition, the outside space and all that, isn't it?
It's a totally different cruising experience.
Yeah,
I said something in a piece to camera, which you'll see at a later date on some stuff we were putting together. And what I love about Cunard is they don't pretend to be something they're not. They give you traditional cruising. They give you traditional entertainment, as in like the theatre shows and stuff.
I think they've upped their game, haven't they?
They've definitely upped their game. The theatre was fantastic, but it was still in like the old school entertainment
in Cunard style.
There's no 180 degree LED screens and, and risers that you can put a car in. What you get is good, down to earth, traditional West End type.
Which suits us, but won't suit everyone.
Yeah. Wouldn't suit everyone.
No.
But I love, on Celebrity Edge, some of the entertainment on there, it was the likes I've never seen before, and I'm including like West End, etc. But what Cunard do is they just do it, but in a traditional style. The people on stage are just as talented as anything we've seen anywhere, but it's just how the route they choose. They stick to their guns, and the more I see it, the more I like it.
Yeah, true. That is true. We've got a question here from Kevin. In your foodie opinion, because we all know that Paul. Well, I love my food too. Paul loves his food. Which line has the best food? One's come straight into my head. And I wonder what you're going to say.
CMV? No, you say that. I feel like
for me, the best consistent food that I've had is Saga.
Oh, Saga, yeah. No,
Saga food blew a lot of cruising that we've had away. Because we when we cruise, we try all the included food, don't we?
Yeah.
We have started doing some specialty restaurants now, because we want to, once we've done a cruise line and we know what to expect with the food, but with Saga they're included food, which I guess you guess what you pay for, isn't it, with Saga, because it's not cheap.
Well, there's no not included food on Saga. They've got speciality restaurants, but it's not something you have to pay for.
No.
So it does give you the opportunity to try stuff.
And it was exceptional, wasn't it?
Oh, exceptional. And I can never remember. It was kukuri.
It was Nepalese.
And oh my God, that was one of the best meals I've had in my life.
Yeah, and you can book sort of 2 of those restaurants, can't you, when you're on? But so Saga for me was brilliant. But we've had good food.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think there's been a cruise line that we went on that we thought, you know what, that food's awful. There's good food on most cruise ships, isn't there? But for us, for me, Cunard do exceptional food. This time, I must say, though, Britannia food was good, but it wasn't blow my socks off like it did before.
No, it wasn't exceptional. It was good.
But the buffet food was
very good.
Brilliant. Yeah. So swings and roundabouts, wasn't it, really? So, yeah. So let's see. Has anyone else got... Tony and Rachel are here. Brilliant. Tony and Rachel are a lovely couple. Hi there. That we met.
I never know where the camera is.
On obviously Queen Mary 2 last week. We kept bumping into them. Brilliant. We had such a laugh, didn't we? They're really, really nice. And we've got cruises planned in the future, which we'll be seeing them again.
Yes, indeed.
So thanks for joining us here.
And they did, incidentally, they did what's the state restaurant on the Queen Mary 2?
Veranda.
And they did the veranda last
on the
week,
last
and they
night.
said it was exceptional.
Yes.
But we didn't do any speciality dining, but they did say the veranda was exceptional.
Yes. So greetings from Wisconsin. It still blows us away that people from around the world come and join us for a chinny.
Yes, indeed.
So nice to see you there, archery champion. If you are, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, it's a brave statement if he's not.
Hi to Kate and Dave. Looking forward to this. Good. If you've got a question, please do just type it into the comments there so that we can see it, just with question in front of it. And that'd be great to answer anything that you've got. Our lovely niece Natalie's in the house.
Natalie Green and Alan Green sat in their caravan.
They
don't live in a caravan, but they're sat in a caravan watching our live. So yeah, Clacton upon Sea are on their hollybobs.
Yes. So and hi there, Carole Campbell. Look forward to your QM2 info. And Sheila's here. Hi Sheila. I'd love to know your thoughts on which cruise line treats its staff the best. That's a real difficult one, because I think we gauge how well the cruise line treat them and how happy the staff are. And the one cruise line that sticks out to us was Celebrity. The staff on there were absolutely, I don't know, it was just such a happy ship, wasn't it?
Totally, yeah.
Everyone was just chilled and happy, and the service was just amazing. saying that service we've had elsewhere is
Yeah,
good.
it's been good. But I think I don't know if it's too soon to kick in with stuff about whatever. We'll see how the things go. But we were going to make a comparison about staffing with Cunard and Princess, weren't we?
Yeah, our Princess experiences recently, the staff didn't seem happy at all. And when I actually broke down the figures, they're similar. Sky Princess and QM2 are similar sized ships. QM2 is slightly bigger,
a smidge bigger.
and they got QM2 has got 2695 staff
Passengers,
sorry, compared with Sky Princess got 3660. So you can see they've got
1,000 passengers more on a ship that's virtually the same size, yet they've still got the same amount of staff.
Well, they've got slightly more than QM2, but it's within 100.
But hardly, you know.
So yeah,
you're going to get better service on Cunard because there's more staff to go around.
More staff,
and we just found
ratio.
That the last Princess one, we don't want to go on about Princess again, but
because they do lots of things really well.
They do lots of things really well, but just to give you an idea of why you get better service on Cunard is because they've got, obviously there's a ratio, I can't think what the correct term is, per capita or whatever the words I'm looking for, but there's more staff per passenger on Cunard than there is on Princess. So it stands to reason you're going to get better service.
But it's also more expensive, so you get what you pay for. Obviously Princess is all included, and it can be really reasonable, and the ships are beautiful, and the entertainment's fab, isn't it? The food is really good, but then if you pay extra, you get that extra with Cunard.
But on the last Princess ship we done, and obviously Ken Goes Cruising was on there as well, and I was trying to have a drink with him towards the end of the night one night on Sky Prince Enchanted Princess, and it was like pulling teeth. So even though, yes, the food was good, yes, the entertainment was good, the thing we took away from there, if you were in certain areas of the ship, it was getting near impossible to actually get served. And obviously, because the app was a waste of time as well, it just made the cruise a frustrating experience.
It did. Whereas Cunard, we didn't have to wait for service. The only thing I would say is they're obviously training a lot of new staff, which is good because we know that cruise industry has had difficulty with recruitment. And at times the service wasn't as slick as we had on maybe Queen Elizabeth.
No.
But talking to the staff, they're like, oh, I'm new. And it was lovely.
But you've got to start somewhere. And the thing is, when somebody said to us, I think it was Emma put in one of her videos about some maintenance that was going on, because the ship is running 365 days a year. If there's any maintenance, it has to happen when there's people on the ship, and the same with staffing. They can't,
unless it goes to dry dock.
Yeah, but they can't train staff how to work in the main dining room without being in the main dining room. So there has to be a point where somebody has to be trained. But even then, it slowed stuff down a bit. But if anything, on Princess, you'd be sticking your hand up, trying to attract a waitress' attention. You didn't have to do that on Cunard because they're coming to you all the time because they're making sure they're looking after you. And I think that's what you pay your money for.
Kevin saying bucket list is coming up. It's coming up. And Travel with Lizzie Lou saying give us a thumbs up. Yeah, if you enjoy our content and you're enjoying this live, then please just give us a thumbs up, because YouTube likes that. YouTube likes interaction. So any comment or thumbs up.
Or can you still do a thumbs down?
Yeah, but we don't really want that, do we?
Oh, I just thought, be controversial.
And Elaine is asking, do we record our live chats so you can watch later if you make the live? Yes, we do. So they're always going to be available on our YouTube, so you can go play on catch up and just watch them at your leisure. I've also put a post on our website as well, Paul and Carole Love to Travel, and it's got a whole post which can link to all of them. So if there's particular cruise lines that we're talking about, you can go back to them and say, actually, yeah, Carole, they were talking about this, and that might be useful. So and cruising for one, that was a good question, Sheila. So yeah, well done. Thanks for that. Was just something.
Question. They're like, I know it's about cars. You've got to let me talk about cars now and again. Not that I'm going to talk about cars. I've been selling cars for 32 years. So I've got to be honest. My dream car is a car that's got loads of fuel in it. Because it means I don't have to pay. But my current car is, I've got a Skoda Octavia Scout Estate, which is a four-wheel drive estate car, which On our last cruise, 5 adults, a mobility scooter, and luggage for 5 people, all fitted in the car. So that's why I like it. But dream car, not really. I just think
You've had so many different cars over the years.
I've
You
had
know, it doesn't bother.
hundreds,
And I don't
thousands.
really enjoy driving, so I don't.
No. Carol's favourite car is the car that she doesn't have to drive. But she drives it from the passenger seat. Oh, he's breaking mine, he's breaking.
Hi, Frank and Jen in New Mexico. Ian's joined us as well. And also Josh coast to coast. So nice to see you.
Hi, Josh.
Yeah, so he's normally working and can't make it. So thanks for for everyone to coming along.
The
Jeffrey
last time we saw
Almond.
Josh, we were having breakfast with him, weren't we, I believe?
Yes, on Virgin, wasn't it?
Well, in the hotel before we went to
Virgin, in Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Jeff said, look forward to hearing about your bucket list. Yeah, that's coming soon. Oh, Dan's in the house as well. Dan the cruiser. Dan's our travel agent, and he's been sorting this mega trip out, and we drove him around the twist, haven't we?
So no spilling the beans, Dan.
Because our bucket list trip, I'll give you a few little tastes here. It's we're doing 2 new countries, we're doing a new cruise line, and it's our first Christmas cruise. And it took a lot of deciding how we wanted to do this, because it's and we wanted to explore these countries really well, didn't we? So,
we should do it like
Dan's come up with a cracker.
We should do it like a TikTok thing and get right to the end and say, "Stay tuned for part 2."
No, we're not. Stay tuned. We will.
Oh, they're all leaving.
No. I'm definitely
giving a few. Going to come up very soon.
Minutes, so I just want to get through some more questions first. Grace is in the house, and sailing fell from Cornwall. Did Paul's dad enjoy the trip? It was a difficult one with your dad.
Can I be honest? No, he didn't.
Well, the problem is, sadly, Paul's dad's health, John's health, has deteriorated, as is his hearing, and he struggled on lots of levels. Firstly, he couldn't get his head around having to pay for drinks, because all the cruises we've done with him before, and if you look at Cunard Cruises prices, I mean, you've got some receipts there, haven't you, Paul? It is expensive. I mean, you can get a drinks package, which is $69 a day. We didn't go for that, and we just tossed up as we went along, and we actually spent about $100 a day. Your dad didn't do that because he had $300 on more credit, but he couldn't get his head around that, could he, either? And he came away with a bill of about £80, didn't he? That was it for him, and £140 for 2 of them.
For 2 of them. But
so that frustrated him, and he just thought, why are they doing that? Cabin wise, the accessible cabin that he was allocated, and we've reported this all back to Cunard, wasn't the best. It was an outside. It had a lump in the floor, didn't it? It was a long way from the lift.
There was only one cabin further away from
right at the back of the ship, which we knew, and on the deck plan it didn't look too far, but your sister's really struggled as well because she walks with a stick. So I
bet you're glad you asked that.
No, and it's true.
There was elements that he really enjoyed.
Yes,
but to be fair,
he enjoyed the entertainment, the theatre shows he loved. Your dad has got as well, because of the food in the restaurant. He can't understand if you order a pork loin, why would it come with peppers? It should come with roast potatoes. And he's getting less able to try new things now, isn't he? So we found it was better to go to the buffet, and he enjoyed the food.
Oh, he loved the buffet. Thought it was exceptional.
So it was.
So I would say he thoroughly enjoyed about 50% of it.
Yeah,
which is better than not enjoying any of it at all. But
I don't know if and it's not. I don't think it's down to Cunard. I just think it's down to other issues, isn't it? With everything, which is really sad, because we've had so many lovely cruises with John. But we could still do family time, doing other things, can't we? Totally, yeah. So hi there to Margie. So thanks for making the live and taking the strain travel. So, and John says he loves our videos. So thank you so much. That's really lovely. So let's have a look. Ian's asking questions, because this is what we love as well, but in our community on the side, everyone's asking comments and questions. So if anyone can answer these things, we don't know. And then
it'll save us being here, to be honest, won't it?
No, because we've not been on Grandiosa.
No.
So Raya's made it too. So hi there. And also Alan. So hello. Brilliant. So Ben's asking, how do we find the food? Did you eat in the alternative dining restaurants this time around? We only ate, as we just explained, in Britannia and in
Britannia. I gotta be honest, I didn't have any problem with the food at all. We only did one breakfast in the Britannia, and it was painfully slow.
It was slow.
It was
that
like
morning,
about an hour before they brought anything out.
Yeah.
We did 3 evening meals.
Yeah.
And we had a lovely lad looking after us, but he was obviously new.
Yeah.
And he made no secret of that. And I didn't have any complaints with the food, but it was like little things like my dad ordered French onion soup. His came out. He had a bowl of soup. Mine came out. I had the big crouton on top with the cheese on, and it was like.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I said, well, like he didn't get any of that. Oh, but so he went and bought him another one out, which I think my dad was happy with.
I think the man putting the crouton on obviously was on a break.
He was on a break. Yeah, he was like Ross and Rachel. He was on a break. But the buffet. The food was exceptional, and in the Corinthia,
Corinthia Lounge. I was going to say that.
I could live in the Corinthia Lounge because about 3 times a day, this little curtain goes up, and all this behind there is loveliness of cakes and stuff,
and some savoury stuff.
Oh, I didn't look at that rubbish.
No, you did. I did.
Yes.
The Corinthia Lounge is a fantastic lounge on Queen Mary 2. It's on deck 7. Queen Mary 2 is hickory-pickory, and that's another thing. It takes you a while to get your bearings, but it was right by the promenade deck, fantastic promenade on Queen Mary 2. So you were happy because you had cake. I was happy because I could just go out and get some fresh air and take some pictures of the beautiful scenery.
But the truth is, I think what she was doing, she was putting some cakes in her bag and then going out on the prom and secret eating.
No, that's what you do.
And then I secret.
He used to go and sit in a car. Used to go to you. I said, "Where have you been?" He's studying something. Well,
no,
I don't know how long he kept a secret.
If I tell you, it's not a secret eating.
He used to go and buy bags of cookies and sit in the car.
Yeah, before I come home.
It's like you don't get fed at home.
That's why I was really fat.
Anyway, we digress. Coast to Coast, are you looking to book Norwegian Viva or Prima? I read a really interesting review about how good and different it is. We would love to, but when I looked at the prices, it was mad. It was about $5,000 for a week. And I thought, oh my God. So we would love to try NCL. We've been looking at, but the prices were just mad. For that particular, for the dates that we could do. What's the matter?
I'm just laughing at Dan the Cruiser. Paul, don't pretend you know what Carole has booked. No, I just hand over the credit card.
Let's answer this.
Sorry.
No. Yeah. So
I don't know about the prices. You don't.
No, I know. So no, Josh. We'd love to. But be interesting to hear what you've heard or pointed in the right direction. Say how good and different it is, because we do like good and different.
Yeah, sorry, Josh, for
interrupting,
digressing and interrupting.
So Dan and Julian come on, hi there, and there's Dan come in. Dan's on speed dial, isn't he? Me and Dan chat all the time.
All right. Carole's got 2 husbands. I was number 1 husband and Dan was number 2. But she speaks to him so much now that now I'm number 2 husband and Dan's number 1 because she speaks to him more.
I think this will be a good time to let you know what our bucket list is, because I think Dan, we need to say thanks so much, Dan, for helping us out, because we've been back and forth about all sorts. Now, Paul is going to, so the first thing we're going to announce is obviously the country, and Paul's going to demonstrate
Let me tell you something.
Using an instrument.
When you're not cast aspersions, when your husband or wife comes home with something that they bought and you look at it and you think, what the hell were you thinking when you bought that? And they give you some cock and ball story. Oh, it's going to come in handy for this. It's going to come in handy for that. And, I looked at her and I said, this will never come in handy as long as, well, there's various sayings you could say that. I could live to be 1,000 and it's never going to come in handy. But once again, I've been proven wrong. So now I'm going to give you a fanfare. And you've got to guess.
And this is the clue of the country.
And you've got to guess where we're going. Oh, trying to...
So Paul's got his didgeridoo out.
You won't get Gary Bembridge doing that, will
you? So yes. Can you guess?
If they can't guess on that, mate, there's no hope.
So we're off to Australia. Woo! And we've never been there, so we're so excited about that.
Oh, all this didgeridoo playing's made my throat dry.
So Australia, here we come. We are going there in December. We're going to be there for Christmas and New Year, and we are with a new cruise company that we've never tried, that we've heard lots of good things about, that we've been recommended, and we are going with Azamara. We're on Azamara Quest. We're doing 2 back-to-back cruises. The first one we're flying to Singapore, and we're doing, it's called, let me get my info out.
We're not doing 2 back-to-back cruises, are we? We're doing back-to-back cruises, because 2 back-to-back cruises.
Well, you don't know.
But that's 4 cruises, 2 back-to-back
surprise,
cruises.
Surprise! No, we're not.
Dan, we need to talk.
The first one is Bali in Western Australia. So we're flying into Singapore. And we're going to Indonesia. So Indonesia is going to be our 50th country, isn't it?
It is.
And Australia is going to be our 51st. So we're flying to Singapore. We're getting on Azamara Quest for an 11-night cruise. And we're going to Bali. And we're going to, let me just get my itinerary there. We've got 2 days at sea. We're going to Bali overnight, which will be great. So if you've got any tips about these places, because they're all new to us, then please do pop them in the comments below on the replay, so we can have a look at those, or in the comments now. That's fine. We go to Bali overnight, where they have one of their Azza amazing evenings. Yes. We've heard a lot about Azamara. We've heard a lot of positive things. They're small ships. There's only 700 passengers, which will be brilliant. And they have these evenings that they put on, which sound amazing. So that's going to happen in Bali. Then we've got a few days at sea, which would be great after having a long journey over there. And we go into a place called Geraldton, which we'd not heard of. And then we're ending up in Perth for overnight. So yes. So anything that you know about these places, then please let us know, because we have no idea. We've started obviously doing research, and we've got some onboard credit that we need to sort out all our excursions and things.
And what happens then? What happens then when we get to Perth?
We stay on, and that's going to be amazing, isn't it? Because we've never done that, have we?
No.
When everyone's getting off, we're like, bye. We'll be staying on, and then we do the second cruise that we're doing is a 14-night cruise, and it's called the Australia Intensive Voyage. So that obviously starts in Perth, and we go to Busselton, Albania. Not Albania.
Albany. I'll tell you something. That second leg of that cruise, that's going to be a hell of a journey, isn't it?
You know, I can't read my writing. Albany, and then Esperance, and then we have Christmas Day and Boxing Day on board before we arrive in Adelaide. So where we have another amazing evening there. After that, it's Kangaroo Island, a day at sea, and then we go to Eden before, and this is like, well, it's all exciting, but this is just amazing. Albania? No, we're not going back to Albania. We are going to be in Sydney for New Year's Eve. Oh my God. So that's brilliant, isn't it?
Okay.
I'm so excited. It's amazing. So we're actually docked in White Bay.
It's as amazing.
It is as amazing. So we're going to be docked in Sydney for 3 days. We get the New Year's Eve and we leave on the 2nd. And then we end our cruise in Melbourne, where we're going to get off and spend 4 days exploring Melbourne before we fly back via Singapore and home. So hope that didn't disappoint.
So there you are. Thanks for watching.
No.
Good night.
So that's brilliant. So if you have any ideas or
tips, advice,
yes,
what to do, what not to do,
yes. So I'm sorry, I was sitting in there. Let's just see. Oh, Frank and Jen are sitting in Tucson, Arizona airport, waiting to board to Seattle to get on the Royal Caribbean. Oh, ovation of the seas for Alaska tomorrow. Oh, brilliant. That is definitely a class of ship that we want to try, isn't it? Royal Caribbean, because we thoroughly enjoyed our time on Anthem. Oh, brilliant. Have a brilliant time. Yeah. Natalie's asking, do you think you'll be on another short, low-budget cruise that you would like to invite your niece and nephew-in-law on? Nat and Al came with us to...
I can't think of any, to be honest.
On Enchanted. Yes, Nat. We need to sit down and have a look at next year. So we need to pick Dan's brains again about looking to do another family cruise, because we had such fun on Enchanted, didn't we?
We need to work around your dates, Nat, because... I mean, obviously, Al does about as much work as me, so it's just down to you now.
But yes, we definitely will. And Morris is saying, waiting for your bucket list. You hopefully, because I'm behind on comments now, so hopefully you were here to see that. Hi to Julie Morris.
I'm Rich.
Yes, I'm Rich. And Sean's asking, do Cunard have a loyalty program? Yes, they do. We're on gold at the moment, aren't we? Which gives you some internet, Wi-Fi, and Cunard. That's not something that they're really hot on, is app. I couldn't get on the app at all during our cruise, could I?
I tell you, it just keeps feeding me back to Princess.
I've got all,
this is
no,
what
not,
this is
please
also
don't
no.
talk
This is what I also
about
like.
that.
This is what I also like about Cunard.
I've got some.
They don't pretend that they've got high tech gadgetry.
Yes.
And they don't try and sell you a cruise off the back of false information about their high tech gadgetry. They've just got a fairly average Wi-Fi,
which did work well in places if you were in the main lounges,
and an app that hardly ever works. But
well, the guy did get it at reception. They were very helpful. But you can see, if you can see on here, they've got their Wi-Fi. I don't know if you can see that, where you pay sort of for 24 hours. And also, if you see here, you can see that if you are the loyalty program, you can see, my fingers are over it, I think. You can see that gold, I think it's silver, and is it platinum and diamond? So you can, there is a loyalty on Cunard that you accrue.
This is new and exciting, because when we went on Cunard earlier in the year, they only just introduced this 24-hour thing. It used to be that you go on and you get so many minutes, and what you have to do is you go on and immediately you finish doing what you're doing. You have to log out again.
Yeah.
Which every time we did it, we forgot, so we used all our minutes up straight away and had to pay for more. Yeah. But now at least they come into the real world a little bit more, so you get 24 hours at a time.
And I think so there is a loyalty programs for Cunard. Robert's off on Saga. How you two off on the Spirit of Discovery in December? Thanks for the information. You're welcome. Have a fab time.
You will. You'll love that.
Saga is a fantastic cruise line. It's and it is expensive, but when you actually break it down, you get door-to-door transport, insurance, everything. It's actually you can find deals. So that's good. Yeah, Josh is saying, Virgin did have good food, didn't it? Well, apart from the razzle dazzle, it had moments of good food.
I just think they're trying too hard to be different.
Steve's asked, which cruise line do you think has the best drinks package? Morella for me. Morella's got a really good standard one that was very reasonable. If you compare drinks to price,
I think because I've been moaning about Princess, I think their drinks package is very good value for money. When you consider it includes gratuities and Wi-Fi, which the Wi-Fi works now and again, but for £40 a day now?
Yeah.
I think that's very good value for money. And what they haven't done, which P&O have done, is P&O have kept their drinks package price the same, but they've put lots of their drinks up, which takes them outside being in the package. Whereas with Princess, they've put the drinks package up very, very slightly.
Yeah.
But they haven't put the price of the drinks up. So there isn't a lot that you can't have on the Princess one, but you can only have 15
They got
drinks
their Princess Premier package as well now that you can do. So let's just see. Cunard do have a loyalty program. They could do better. Could be better. So Paulie Morgan and Carole Fan, what's your favourite special feature on the ship? Promenade deck for me. I love Promenade deck.
Special feature on a ship? What's a special feature? As in, I don't know.
Well, yours is the bar, or the food, or the buffet. Anywhere that sells Thatcher's Gold and serves cake.
Yeah, so I suppose the most favourite special feature on a ship so far is the cake counter in the Corinthia Lounge.
Yes, that's right. C. Gray's asking about Princess. We talked a lot about Princess in our last live, so I don't want to repeat ourselves. But they do, like we said, they do some things very well, but the tech side is really lets it down. Quickly,
good food, good drinks package, good entertainment, absolutely diabolical app and Wi-Fi.
Amanda's asking, hi there, Amanda. Do you find Cunard a lot more expensive than other cruise lines? I'm starting to question whether I'm getting enough for my money. Do you know, sometimes we look at prices and it's really expensive, and then we got the deal for Queen Victoria in October that was really good value, wasn't it?
I think
So it's just
yeah.
looking for those deals.
I think that with Cunard, where I see Cunard is a sort of Cunard, Saga, Fred Olsen. That's the three lines that come to me when I'm thinking about, you know, that style of cruising
that we've done.
That's, you know, they're all sort of doing similar sorts of thing as entertainment and food and service and stuff like that. And I think obviously Saga's the most expensive, but you do get a lot thrown in. Then is Cunard, then is Fred Olsen, but Fred Olsen's prices are now so ridiculous that they've had to cancel 3 or 4 cruises because they couldn't get enough people on there to justify sailing. And then obviously you've got Cunard. So out of the 3,
I don't think you can compare Fred Olsen to
no,
Cunard.
but I think it's more that sort of style of.
I think it's more traditional British. Yeah,
that's
British cruising.
What I mean. That's what I'm trying to say.
Not quality.
There's not razzmatazz and high tech this and what have you. But so I still think for traditional British cruising, I still think Cunard is quite good value for money. Apart from one thing, which we haven't bought out yet, but we were going to, and that is Cunard's drinks prices, which are an absolute scandal. And that's the one thing. Every time we go on a Cunard cruise, and the trouble is as well, because the pound's weak against the dollar as well, it makes it even more depressing. But Carole had a large glass of wine, and it was $19. And
so I stuck to little ones after
that. With the exchange rate, that's about 19 pounds. There's about 18
quid.
But and they say, you know, and the thing is as well, I think Cunard know that their drinks are ridiculously expensive because they won't actually tell you how much their drinks are. I mean, we've got a package which they won't. If you go on to I'm not on about when you're on the cruise. I'm on about if you Googled now Cunard drinks prices, you went onto a Cunard site.
Well, our blog post comes up.
Yes, our blog post comes up. But you try and find out off Cunard prior to going on the ship how much a drink is, and you won't be able to find out because what they say is it's comparable with London prices. But what London prices? I mean, it's 40 quid for fish and chips in Harrods. But you wouldn't want to pay that down the road, would you?
I think going back to Amanda's question, because you've got
went right off on a tangent.
I think it depends what you want to ever cruise. We love trying different things. We love Cunard because we go back and we have a really traditional, really chilled out, lovely cruise. But then we like to mix up and go to Celebrity Beyond, I think, because, you know, from a price point of view, you know, it depends what you want. Do you want something a little bit more modern, a little bit more chic? Do you want to stick with tradition? There's so many variables, aren't there, with cruising? But I would say try a different cruise line if you're not sure. But do your research first to make sure the main things on that cruise line suit you. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a lot of money to spend, isn't it?
Well, that's why I said what I said about the 3 that comes to mind for the traditional British cruising will be those 3. And when you compare their prices, then I don't think Cunard are bad value for money. I mean, obviously you can go and get on like MSC Virtuosa for threepence halfpenny.
Yeah, they do some fantastic deals.
It's like they actually pay you to get on there.
No, they've got some really good, and they're great for families. Yeah, but they're not for us, are they? You know, we enjoyed our time on Virtuosa, but we would choose to go on another line. Ben's asking, what's our favourite Cunard ship? Well, we've got Queen Victoria coming up. We've done Queen Elizabeth. We've done QM2. It's difficult because Queen Elizabeth and QM2 are so different, aren't they?
There's elements of both. I wish I could put them together and have a super ship. It'd be great.
And hopefully Queen Anne will be that.
Yes. I think the focal point of both ships is the Queen's Room. The Queen's Room is better on Elizabeth than it is on Mary. But Mary's got the Corinthia Lounge, whereas Elizabeth
got a Corinthia Lounge, but it's smaller and not
nowhere near as good. There's lots of different things. If I had to choose, I don't think I could choose. I can't choose.
They both got the fantastic outside space.
Yes.
Anyway, we've got loads of questions to get through, Paulie Morgan.
Oh, stop waffling then.
Do you take cash for excursions? Best wishes, June and Derek. When we went to Norway recently, we didn't take cash because everywhere in Norway takes card. But we do tend to, because we tend to have some euros and some, because we travel a lot, we do tend to put some in our, we take them, don't we, euros and some dollars if we've got them.
And interestingly, every time I speak, I was thinking, what's he going to say now? Oh, for God's sake. We did a rib adventure which we booked through Cunard, but we wanted Carol's sister to come with us, but she didn't book onto the cruise the same time as us. And by the time we went back, it was sold out. So we we did that one. And then the next port we booked before we went independently.
In Shoulden.
We thought it was Cajolden and all these different, but they assured us, the lady who drove our boat said it was Shoulden. So the K and the J of Shoulden is a H sound. So there you go. Every day's a school day. And that,
get to the point, Paul,
that excursion was half the price.
Well,
of what?
It wasn't half. It was 2/3.
It was half. You don't even know what 2/3 is.
We didn't pay £120 each.
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was less than that. But anyway, yes, doing excursions off ship with a local company is going to be cheaper. And it was fine for a rib ride because we were only out there for an hour and a half. But if you're going a long way from the ship, one thing we would advise is if you do a ship excursion, the ship will wait for you to come back. But if you do something independently and I'm a bit of a worrywart, and I just I am, and I don't like to go too far afield if it's not attached to the cruise line because it would just be a disaster. But there are some very good excursion companies out there that do guarantee you get back to the ship. And maybe Dan, or I've noticed Gary's just arrived. Hey,
well, he's been here since 7.
Been here.
Oh no, he would have heard what I said about him playing a didgeridoo, wouldn't he?
Has he been here? Are we that way behind? We are. Oh my god! But he's the master. Nice to have you here.
I think it's the way to go, Gary. Didgeridoos in your video.
Andrew's asking, have we tried Ambassador Cruise yet, or do you have any plans? We haven't, and we haven't got any plans at the moment. No. So let's get through these because time's a ticking. Yeah, see, lots of people rave about it. Paul just had a couple of bad meals on Virgin. Paul still can't get your head around Virgin, can you? I loved it. Paul's just.
I've got to be honest. This is what I thought about Virgin. I thought the wake, the food in there was spectacular, but everything else, I just thought they were trying too hard. That whatever is a Garve, it was so dark in there. You needed a miner's lamp on your head, and that was probably because the food was quite average. Razzle dazzle. If you're a 4-year-old child, I expect is interested in having some hundreds and thousands on everything, but I just didn't get it, to be honest. But I have to say the wake was fantastic, as good as anything I've had anyway.
Yeah. Mike's here from Fort Lauderdale. So doing a back-to-back out of Fort Lauderdale Celebrity. Beyond next time. Beyond is great. The Edge class ship's brilliant. We weren't a fan of the Infinite Balcony, if you've seen our video, and we would definitely do an Edge class again, but we would pick a Sunset Veranda, wouldn't we, next time? There aren't many. There's only 36. So if you do want a conventional balcony and you don't want to pay the retreat prices and the what's it called, the spa?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, it's gone out of my head. Someone will tell us, I'm sure. Then you have to book early to get a conventional balcony if that's what you want. But have fun. Hi from Vancouver.
Hello. Hello there.
All of you, which ship is your favourite? We had that question earlier, didn't we? So hopefully that's answered that for you, Shane. So that's good. Good evening to two of my favourite. Oh, in this lush. So let's have a look at this one here. So both of you. And we've got process of it. Ciao, Paul and Carole. I had the pleasure to say hello to you both at the deck of the Queen Mary when leaving Alden last week. Oh, yes. Hi. Greeted from Greenwich, London.
Greetings.
Ah, that's nice. Ken goes cruising. Look out for Sunday's video, Paul.
Oh, no. You're going to be casting aspersions on me, are you, Ken?
And Dan's thanks for putting me off my Sky Cruise this weekend. No, I've just been putting together our Sky Princess vlogs. When we went away, I'm so behind with editing for the Jubilee weekend, which is so sad because of the Queen and what's happened this week, isn't it? But that's our next vlog that's coming out on Sunday. So Sky Princess, we had a great week on Sky Princess, didn't there? But with some issues, but overall very good. So let's see. Have you been on a P&O? Pixie Dog, have you been on P&O Britannia? So what was it like? No, we haven't. We've been on Iona and the old Oceana. But there's lots of Kengo's cruisings in the comments.
If you want some great P&O stuff, you want to be Kango's Cruiser.
Yeah. Cruise Monkeys.
And Travelog Jamie.
Travelog Jamie,
They're the three.
Well, there's lots of people that got really good content. I don't want to offend anyone by not saying, but there are. If we want to know questions,
that's the people that we personally know, and we know that they do lots of good P&O content. So
yes,
if you head across to any of those three or all of those three, you'll get some good P&O content.
Tom and Dom Trouble, hi guys, great to see you live again. We really enjoy doing the lives. It's really nice having a chat with everyone. And Andrew's asking, what's the biggest laugh you've had on a cruise ship? Oh lordy!
Oh, there's so many.
So many.
There's so many.
That's
we did a piece to camera that we thought, Carole said, let's do the piece to camera now instead of doing it in the morning, and we did it, and it was so bad because we didn't quite realise how many drinks we'd had. I can't remember what cruise that was on.
Yeah, that wasn't a laugh. It was like,
I thought it was hilarious when we watched it the next day. Nobody else is ever going to see it.
I don't know. We've had so many good times, haven't we? We do enjoy. Is that? Sorry, that's a bit of a difficult one. Lots of people going on beyond, which is nice to see. Linda, yes. Vlogs are coming. My plan is to do Sky Princess because we did a previous cruise on Sky Princess and I never got around to put the vlogs out. And I wanted to put some more Princess content out. So Sky Princess is next and Celebrity Beyond is going to be after that, unless we've got potentially another exciting thing happening in a few weeks, but we don't know the details of it yet. That sounds a bit weird.
Sounds really vague.
So hopefully Celebrity Beyond will be next.
Oh, that one there.
1, 2, 3, Lee photo.
I think personally myself, obviously you've heard my Virgin rants. So an MSC, I would say hands down Celebrity all day, every day. Out of those two.
Yeah, Celebrity are a Premier Line. I don't think you can compare them with MSC. MSC are good for very many reasons. Virgin is just out there on its own, isn't it? Because it's so unique. Celebrity, we had a great experience on Beyond. Many years ago, before we started our website, etc., we went on Eclipse and really enjoyed it. And we're hoping to get on Silhouette, aren't we, next year? Just to go back to the Solstice class to compare. But yeah, Celebrity, we had a brilliant experience on there. So Victor's asking, on QM2, is food in the Golden Line Pump included or extra?
Yes, it's included. It's included, Victor, and I have to say it is most excellent.
It is really good.
When we first day we got on, my dad, my sister, and Carole had fish and chips, which was excellent, and I had steak pie, which was amazing. And they it's quite a limited menu.
Well, I've got one here.
Oh,
look,
there you go.
You can see.
Shall I just read it out?
Well, people can read it then, can't they?
Well, I can't read that.
That was the embarkation day. I tend to collect things. I'm a bit of a collector.
Really? just off camera is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
I have a box for every cruise.
16. There's 18 storage boxes filled with every piece of paper. This is how mental she is. I said, oh, there's a boarding pass here from a plane we went on 4 years ago. Oh, no, I want to keep that. That's memories, isn't it? Memories.
Anyway.
No, it's a piece of paper, throw it away.
When I'm doing a blog post, I think, I went on that cruise, I need to find that. I've got it there. So it's good.
What a boarding pass for a plane we flew on 4 years ago.
Anyway, Amy's asking, hello from Oregon. Just booked first cruise next year on Queen Victoria to Norway. Have you cruised on Queen Victoria? Is next month your first time? Next month is our first time. Yeah, so we're really looking forward to that. To compare it to obviously.
So come back in about 7 weeks' time for our live after the Queen Victoria, and we can tell you all about it. Put a note in your diaries now. I don't even know what the date's going to be, so don't.
We'll let you know. Interesting question.
Oh, sorry.
From if you could dine with any two people, who would it be? Is that any celebrity in the world, or? I've always wanted to meet Oprah Winfrey and Stephen Fry. That would be my two to sit and have dinner with.
Okay.
Who would you be?
I don't know.
Salma Hayek.
No, they said dine with.
Yeah, who do you want to dine with?
Yeah, not
take to dinner.
I don't want to take Salma Hayek to dinner.
Anyway,
I can't believe you've led me
Anyway,
into that.
you've thrown me completely. Let's move on then. So I was trying to think of the football manager that you really like.
Oh, Harry Redknapp, that'd
Harry
be a good
Redknapp,
shout. Yeah,
exactly.
Harry Redknapp, yeah.
So, and Judy, top of the morning from Australia.
Oh.
Hey, we're heading there soon. How exciting! That one there, Paulie.
Yeah.
Do you want to say anything? I can't see that. So, Ali and Mark's here. Only one half the team tonight. So,
which half is it?
Well,
I don't know.
Nice to see you, Ali or Mark.
We can answer that and say no, we're fine.
During late, you escaped COVID. Yes, we have escaped COVID on the QM2 trip. Yeah.
We're fighting fit.
Let's see what else is there. Hello from South Wales. Luckily, we booked on something next September 1st. I think we're booking before then. That was Catherine. Catherine comments on a lot of our stuff. So that's
Catherine threw us completely because we've got one of Carole's bestest mates. Name is Catherine Reese.
Yeah.
So when we first had contact with Catherine Reese,
Which
Carol
was
said,
a while ago.
Kath contacted us, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah. Gainer's asking, was it hard to get travel insurance for your dad? Your sister always shops around.
As mad as it seems, my sister is 65, but she can still get a family insurance for her and my dad. And it's actually, I mean, it's not dirt cheap, but it's like,
yeah,
I think it's like between £200 and £300, but that's for both of them.
Yeah.
And my sister's 65,
and they've both got health issues.
So they both got health issues. So I'll try and find out for you, Gaynor, who they booked the last one with, and I'll drop you I think a DM. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, we can let you know because we can. We've got the details actually, haven't we? So we can do that. And Ali's asking, where's the best place to go to food? We always go to the pub because there's normally a queue for the dining room.
Yeah.
And the buffets always get busy, don't they, the first day?
But it's all down to what's up. We were so lucky with the time that we got on.
Yes.
That when it sounds daft, but it's all about knowledge is the bomb, as they say. So when we got on, they were sort of ushering everybody to the lifts to go to their cabins. But we didn't want to go to our cabins because we knew that
Paul was hungry.
Because obviously I'm permanently hungry. But when you get on, don't all go rush it. As long as it's midday or just it was 1 o'clock, wasn't it? I believe that they started the food in the pub.
We were on earlier than that.
We went straight to the pub and they said, "Oh yeah, we're starting food in 10 minutes." So we had a beer and then you're there sorted. But of course, if you wait, the longer you wait, the more difficult it is. But head straight to the pub would be my advice and take it from there.
Yeah. I totally agree. No, we haven't, but we've got one booked next year. We've got Queen Mary 2 booked for our first transatlantic next year, haven't we? So
that's for my birthday.
Yes, it is.
I'll be 42.
Sort of. Do you think Cunard, Pip's asking, hi Pip, do you think Cunard's a bit like Saga? Yes, they are, I think.
Yeah, we were having this conversation earlier.
Saga's a smaller version, I guess.
Because you've been so tardy going through the questions.
I have, I know.
We've answered a lot of stuff.
No, I haven't.
Well, we have. We answered, I was talking about Saga and Cunard and how they compared earlier, about 4 hours ago.
Andrew is asking, I'm a Forest Green fan. Do you follow them as a fairly local? No. They are local to us.
They are local, and I have played, I believe it was called The Lawn, was their previous ground before they hit the big time. And I have played there in a county cup game many, many, many years ago.
Mm.
And they're not apparently, because I know this to be true. I think they're all into like veganism and stuff like that. They're very sort of all into recycling and I think the money
looking after the planet.
Looking after the planet, yes.
That's good.
So they are probably one of the most, well, actually Cheltenham Town's probably closer than Forest Green Rovers to us, but no, I don't. I follow Spurs.
Yeah, for instance.
Nice local team.
What was your favourite dessert on Cunard? Kate and Dave are asking. It was the cakes in Corinthia. They do these amazing donut things that are just full of goo.
The problem is
It was
when
lovely.
when you're going into a lounge at 8 o'clock in the morning and you go across, you think, no, I'm just going to be really sensible, and there's a tray of chocolate covered custard donuts. All the dieting goes out the window. And they did some fantastic desserts, but I have to say the custard donuts in the Corinthia Lounge were off the chain.
Yeah. Pip's been helpful about insurance, so that's good. Jerry's asking, have you ever sailed out of Liverpool? Yes, we were. That was on our first Sky Princess, wasn't it? We went. No, it wasn't. It was Queen Elizabeth. We did a 4-day. We went to Liverpool. Southampton, Liverpool. But we've never embarked.
We've never embarked from Liverpool, but we have sailed into and back out of Liverpool.
And it's great because you're right in the centre, aren't you, in Liverpool?
Yeah,
it's
we
really,
were. That
really
was
good.
one of the Cunard ones we did because we could see the Liver building from our balcony, couldn't we?
That's right. Yeah. Can we list our cruise companies? Oh my God, we'd be here all night and time's running out. Darren's asking. Sadly, we don't have time for that, Darren. But at the moment, if you joined us from the start, you'll see at the moment our two favourites that we keep looking for future cruises are Cunard and Celebrity. We also we had a great experience with Royal Caribbean.
We love Morella as well.
We really enjoy Morella. Yeah. The only two we're not looking to do anything with at the moment is MSC and P&O, just because, P&O still owe us some money, which we're still fighting for. And MSC just, it was nice, but there's other options there. Be interesting what we think about Azamara, because we've never done a small ship, have we? We've done conventional sort of what I call regular lines. So I think we're going to love these. I think they call them the R-class ships, don't they? Or you won't know them.
I can't believe you looked at me. And I don't know.
And I think we're going to love them. Yes. So it'll be interesting to see, because they may well go to the top of our list. Our list is always changing, isn't it? So it's a difficult one. Yeah, that's a bit too personal.
No, it's like very strange questions yes. on some people.
Bridget, hi Bridget. No, Paulie, be nice. Carole, stone treats will taste better, so don't hit a fellow where it hurts. Oh, that's like your stuff, your secret eating. Oh,
I like the sound of Bridget already.
Yes. The best thing about land getting new ships, the fair's good, and that's a really good point. Cruising for one, because that's right. So if you do want to try a cruise line, if you're going to try and get on the newest ship, and they're always going to cost more, isn't it? So that's great advice, that is, to try different cruise lines just to see what the essence of that cruise line is.
You're going to have to start rattling through stuff now, mate. We're going to have to look for questions.
Yes, Australia, the land down under. Well, we can carry on. I'm quite happy if there's questions people are asking, Paulie. I'm not going to not answer them, because if people have got time to come to speak to us, then the least we can do is answer their questions. Well, it's true, isn't it?
Oh, consider me tied down.
Yes, Carmel. I know we're going posh. I hope it's not too posh, because I was hoping it'd be quite casual. Though I think what I've learned as well, and maybe Gary and everyone that's in the chat there can say, with Azamara and the more luxury lines, I think, obviously dress codes aren't so much of an issue, because I think most people are just smart casual all the time. That's my impression that I've got. Yes, if I'm wrong, let me know.
Yeah, but our butler will be able to sort our clothes out.
We haven't got a butler, Paulie.
Oh.
Yeah, everyone, we're really so chuffed. Yes. Amazing. Azamara. So Corinne saying the favourite line for me and late husband, you'll love it. Oh, thanks, Corinne. Very jealous. The Cotswold Cup had their honeymoon in Bali. Beautiful country. We're really excited about going there, so that's great. Yeah, Corinne's also said if you're ducking, we are. We're there for 3 nights, so we can't. And Frank's done Azamara and he had a blast. So that's brilliant. And also Paul's done it too. So we loved it. Sure you will too, from Auckland to Sydney. We did think about this trip, because going to Australia for us from England is such a long way, about doing New Zealand as well, didn't we? And we looked at all different. I still want to do the South Pacific, still want to do New Zealand.
We didn't want to spread ourselves too thin.
No, so that's why we've done this intensive Australian experience. So that'll be, everyone's like, wow, fantastic. Yeah. So that's don't leave your glasses.
I'll tell you
people don't forget.
I know.
And Julie Dahl, if you need yes, we will be putting lots of questions out there, Julie. So any information will be brilliant. So visit with Rich and Helen have joined us. Nice to see you here. Just when you're going to Oz, we're going there early next year. Great minds and all that. Oh, brilliant! So is it on Azamara too? Early next year. Well, we'll be just back then, won't we? Because we get back in the. Oh, let's have a look. See what else we've got because I'm aware of time. Julie says
I was checking my RCI points and see if I have Azamara points too. Is that from?
Yeah, I think they might be linked, Royal Caribbean and Azamara. But then I thought Azamara had gone independent. I'll need to. I don't know much. Azamara is new to us, so I need to do a little bit more research about that. Yeah, Sydney Harbour at New Year is going to be absolutely amazing. Let me just scroll down these because I'm aware that it's time. Awesome bucket list.
Frank and Jen.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's give us $10, Andy.
Oh, who's that? Rob. Hi there. Sorry, I'm late from Chatham in Ontario. I can't get that on the. Oh, thank you so, Rob Alst.
Well, it's 7:56. Look, so I think we're. If you look on the thing, we're only on 20 to 8 at the minute because Carole's been talking too much. It's like it's not as me.
Ken's put up a very valid point. Don't forget the adults only ships on P&O. They're traditional. Yeah, Aurora looks like we had a cruise booked on Aurora because we like the look of that ship because it is more traditional.
Don't get me started, Ken. They still owe us $3,000.
Yes. Yeah. Don't start on a rant at 8
Not
o'clock.
at this time, no. Yeah, I mean, if we ever get our money back off P&O, we would consider doing them again.
Yeah.
But they do still owe us $3,000 and they've owed it us for about 7 months now.
Yeah, it's been a nightmare.
Starting to get a bit tiresome now, to be honest.
Yeah, Tina's mentioned about that statement. Thanks for the tips for Iona last week. Thank God I had paperwork because we couldn't get Wi-Fi. Southampton's a bit of a nightmare. If you've got your things loaded to emails and stuff and you can't get your documents from your phone, we always recommend you take paper copies because it is difficult. A few people have had that problem, haven't they? So Jolly Rob is just saying, both inspiring to do. Jolly Rob.
What did you call him last time? I can't remember.
I don't know.
You called him a funny name. I remember his name because he's got the green giant logo.
COVID isolation. Yeah, COVID is still there. COVID is still out there. Elizabeth she was on isolation, so I think you still have to go and say, you know what, it can happen. So yeah, so you just need to be practicing safe practices, but you know what I mean.
Yes. Even
though the rules are less, you still need to continue with looking after yourselves and everyone else.
Experience. Maureen Gifford. Let's speak to Maureen.
What experience to say in the Bay of Biscay? Well,
we've had
mixed.
Yeah, we've had really, really good. We've never had horrendous. I think one of the worst ones was when we were on a Royal Caribbean ship and they'd put extra cabins in and it was right at the top of the ship, wasn't it? Yeah,
but that was Stavanger. That was Norway.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was.
Oh, well, it was all right then. The Bay of Biscay's fine.
No, we've had smooth like a pond and we've had rough, so you just never know. And Ken's obviously had the same look. He's had we've had everything from glass like seas to 40-foot waves. It just depends on the weather. Exactly that. There's Rob. Thank you so much, Rob. Appreciate that. Hello to Ontario.
Should we make that a new rule that anybody that turns up late got to give us $10?
Carole Blake, hi Carole. As long as you've been on land this year. Ooh, about 6 weeks. It's been mad. My first year since retirement has been.
We haven't gone 6 weeks in between cruises. Not.
We are trying to slow down, but I keep finding more. Julian Morton's on about the noddy train. That was the noddy train that just get off and these are these little trains in the ports of call that take you around. You could just get off and pay as you go.
As soon as you get off, there'll be, if there isn't, I'll be amazed. There'll be a noddy train waiting, and there'll also be an open top bus waiting, and there'll also be another bus that takes you to the cable car. So there's usually 3 modes of transport waiting outside, and they're easy. And because they don't take very long, you will have no trouble at all booking them. I guarantee it.
Yeah, and Frank saying Azamara is casual chic. Yeah, you will chic. You will chic. You will love it. So thanks, Frank. Let's just scroll down quickly. Again, is saying that they've just got COVID on their Princess crew and just test negative. So I think it's just the way of the world at the moment, isn't it? So,
but I did read only today that it's the lowest rate for COVID since March 2020, when we first went into lockdown at the beginning, the first very lockdown, and that was on. I read that on a news channel today. So
yeah,
we are going in the right direction,
but it's still there.
But it's still there. But luckily, I think now, because of all the vaccinations and people having, had it before, and they've got the antibodies or whatever the technical phrases are, which my former medical.
But I think you still need to know that. You still need to be vigilant. And good point from the Cotswold couple there. Screenshot your documents. I think we're going to have to, because what's the time now?
20 to 11.
No. Oh, so. Hopefully we've gone through everyone's questions, and hopefully you've enjoyed our time with us the last hour or so. Like I say, if you missed our announcement, we're off to Australia. Woo!
And answers in the comments. I'm thinking about making an album of just me playing a didgeridoo. So if there's anybody out there who would like to buy that, just put some put a comment out, and I'll gauge how popular it's going to be and see if
So our next vlog series out is Sky Princess. So that'll be out. Our first episode's out on Sunday. So I hope you enjoy that. And we'll let you know when we're going live again. We haven't got any plans, but it's working out sort of every couple of weeks, isn't it? But we're not on a cruise for a good few weeks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the meantime. So
maybe in 2 weeks' time, we can talk about this live.
No. I did want to mention, though, and Gary hopefully is still in the chat. We've been nominated for the Wave Awards. Now, the closing date's the 30th September. Now, we feel very privileged to get to the last group stages, I guess, isn't it? Group stages.
The group stages. So we're just waiting to find out who we got in the playoffs, and then we'll be sorted.
I must admit, I think the man that should get that award is Gary Benbridge, Tips for Travellers. So if you are going to vote, and you can either vote for us or vote for Gary, because he's been runners up, hasn't he, for so many years?
Yes.
And he is the main man who inspired us to start our YouTube channel. So that man deserves to get the Wave Award. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you, Gary. So yes. So there you go. So anything else to add, Paulie Morgan?
Nothing at all.
So thanks so much for joining us. When we started these lives, I was so nervous, but now I really enjoy them.
I have got an important question for people in Australia. Can I get Thatcher's Gold?
And do Azamara sell it?
Oh no!
Oh, who knows the ciders on Azamara?
I never even thought of that.
Anyway, we've got to go.
I'm worried now. I'm worried.
I'm sure you'll go.
87 days to go, and I'm going to worry every single one of them.
I doubt it. Anyway, thanks ever so much for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed it.
I always get my thumb around the wrong way.
We'll see you soon.
Cheers.
Make sure